Hello everyone, Silak here with another devlog of the Witcher project. At the beginning I would like to thank you for your great activity in the last video. You guys get me extremely motivated and make my day a lot better. So as I promised, I've been working hard since 2 weeks on creating Witcher signs, and today I can finally show you the results of my work. So sit back, grab some popcorn and enjoy watching. Also, my channel is still growing and I really need your support to expand the channel. So don't forget to subscribe and leave a like and a comment. You don't even know how much this helps me out. So as I mentioned before, today we'll be focusing on Witcher signs. Quick reminder, if you haven't watched last devlog, Witchers were able to use 5 magic signs, which recreation I'm about to show you. I decided to start off with Igni, the fire strike. My original plan was to make it using fire particles, but initially it wasn't working quite as I expected, and after all I came to conclusion that it just looks bad, so I started it all over again. On the second try I made sparks using few little parts, added an orange smoke on the bottom and then used the fire particles at the end to make the whole thing look better. This is how the final product looks like. I know it doesn't look quite well yet, but I found it very hard to give sparks some more advanced movement, like in the real game. I tried to do so and they would just fly in weird directions. I hope I can fix this later. After I was finished with the look of Igni, it was time to make it deal an actual damage to enemies. I coded it so each Igni strike takes 20 damage from the enemies. The second sign I decided to make was Axii, because I found it simple, it hasn't took me much time and it looked similar to the original one. For the first time I didn't make the influence of the sign on the opponent, but I added it later. As for now enemies aren't able to fight, I just made them stand in one place for a while. Next in the line was Aard, the kinetic blast. I made a shockwave model, which gained size as it kept going, and added some fancy smoke at the bottom. Next thing I had to do was making it actually work, so I prepared 2 animations. I called one slight loss of balance, and the second one strong loss of balance. After I was done with animating, I applied the animations to characters that were touched by incoming art. Character has 80% chances of getting pushed but catch his balance, and 20% chances to fall over and get up after a few seconds. Up to this point, I think that the Aard sign has worked the best for me. Tell me in the comments which sign is your favorite. The most difficult signs I left for the end were the Quen and the Yrden. Starting off with Quen, when the Witcher uses this sign, his body is surrounded by an orange overlay. Making it work took me around 30 minutes, but I finally got it working. The harder part of the sign was the little flame that keeps orbiting around the Witcher's belly. I tried multiple ways to do it, and they would be working well if it wasn't for the fact that when the player moved, my little guy stayed in place, and it took a moment for it to start following me. It isn't quite what I wanted to happen, so I had to get around it somehow. What I came up with was making an animation including the flame and play it when player uses the sign. It works and looks really cool. The only drawback is that the trail of the flame keeps moving in the wrong direction when player is moving. I will try to fix it soon. Last but not least is the Yrden sign. I prepared an image which would mark the borders of the Yrden field. After that was finished, I just simply made the region that causes characters entering it to slow down, obviously except for the Witcher. So that is all I wanted to show you today. I really hope you enjoyed the devlog. I think that in the nearest future I will focus more on the sword fighting system, add the first enemies to fight, and will work a little bit more on the signs. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, it really supports the development of the channel. And see you in the next video, goodbye!